Hey everybody, Rob coming at you from Karma Comic Chameleon with another Ask Reddit thread. If you were filthy rich, what's a totally unnecessary but cool and outrageously eccentric thing you would buy? Let's jump right in. WinRAR, the most generous man in history. This guy is already thinking outside of the box. I would love an automated front gate. When I drive down my drive, water fountains would shoot over my car in an arch like them from Roller Coaster Tycoon. What a welcome home. I'd go all out and get the Jurassic Park gates. If I was filthy rich, I'd get the Jurassic Park gates. A level D flight simulator with an interior built for Elite Dangerous. I didn't know I wanted this. I played around with the idea to use voice commands thing, that would also be cool. I've always wanted a wall-size aquarium with glow-in-the-dark jellyfish. I didn't know I wanted this, but now I want it. Not sure about your username, but I would like one of those as well. Penguins with black bow ties. That sounds delightfully redundant. And top hats. I would buy a Humvee complete with a turret and gun on top, but instead of bullets, it would shoot out obnoxious amounts of silly string. Occasionally, I would swap it out with spray cheese ammo. Can we start a fundraiser? Go fund my Funmvee? An island in international waters where I can fund my own country, just enough to sustain 10k people, including visitors. It would be a mixture between tourism and scientific development, basically a benevolent Bond villain. And whenever the population goes over 10k, the least productive members are sent out to sea in a life raft. I'd go pay for the education of like 100 college grads, but I'd let them know it was me and that there would be a time when I would call in that favor. Occasionally call them and check in to let them know I was still watching their career with great interest. You can call them Scott's Tots. I'd have a stupidly large garage with exotic and basic cars in it. Over here is my McLaren P1 and my 1985 Toyota Cressida. Hovercraft. I'm too rich to have a bumpy ride. Frick potholes. That's what poor people taxes fix. I want to float everywhere, even across water, like Jesus. Start an aerospace company called Space Y. Eat it, Musk. I read that as Space Yeet. Space Yeet, sending empty rockets to Mars. Yeeting them to Mars. A massive gemstone geode, something like the Empress of Uruguay, amethyst one, to put in my hallway. Me too, had to restrain myself the other day. Build a house, yep, that's my weird eccentric idea. Build a house with weird twisting hallways like the Forest Temple from Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. With secret passageways built into bookcases, false walls, huge portraits, and turning fireplaces. Certain walls would be mechanical to allow them to retract into other walls to make new not hidden passageways, making the layout ever-changing and labyrinthian. I would invite friends and family over and torment them, running between the different passageways and messing with them. And when I would be alone, I would torment my cats and watch them not care. I would build my own cinema so I can have the perfect cinema experience for every single movie. That would include the best snacks mankind has ever made, and I would occasionally open it for other people for free. I did that! Even though I'm not filthy rich, it ended up costing about $4,500 for the projector, screen, speakers, and wiring to do, and the results were magnificent. 10 out of 10, would recommend. I've thought about this. I love my house. It's a quaint, medium-sized 60-year-old home, old enough to be made of good materials like copper wiring and actual wood, but not old enough that it's falling apart. If I suddenly struck it rich, I'd have a hard time leaving my home. Don't think I could raise it and build a big home on the lot. It wouldn't keep with the neighborhood aesthetic. Instead, I'd buy the house next door and the house directly behind. Then I'd excavate the land in between and connect them all with a massive underground basement. It would have all the modern perks, an indoor pool, a games room. I might even renovate the main floor of one of the extra houses into just 3 or 4 massive bedrooms. I'd cover that all back up with earth and grass and gardens and stuff, so from the outside it still looked like 3 separate houses. But inside would be my super house. 1. Buy a bunch of arcade machines, pool tables, air hockey tables, etc. 2. Let the neighborhood kids come over and play for free after school gets out. 3. Have my friends over for beer and games after I kick the kids out. 4. 5. Don't profit. It's profit enough to see people enjoying themselves. I'd probably pull stunts like the rich dude in Rat Race, offer lots of money as prizes for people to do crazy things just so I can look on in amusement. Haha, great movie. Now I can call you a bastard because I want to see it again. I'd hold a contest where people who live in really bad HOAs could submit their horror story, and I'd choose a winner where I'd buy their house and then proceed to do absolutely everything I could to violate the HOA rules. Grass needs to be 2 inches, mine's gonna be 3. House can't be pink, I'm painting that bitch. No lawn ornaments, pink flamingos for days. The HOA would just take the house. The skeleton of the Elephant Man. Ooh, all them crazy elephant bones. All of them. I'm filthy rich and I have no standards, but specifically water slides from the upper floor of my house into a pool of your favorite breakfast cereal and milk cleaned out daily. Starting out your day with a balanced breakfast. Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. I scrolled down to find this. 7 kids who were born on the same day. Would that day have to be October 1st, 1989? The moms would have to start the day not pregnant as well. A planetarium dome would be pretty cool. I built a geodesic dome in my backyard for about $400, 23 feet across and 16 feet tall. Got a whole bunch of different fun lights, including a planetarium projector. Thing is awesome. Whoa. A massive aquarium setup. So big I could buy a canoe to move around in it, with various tropical fishes and a few little islands scattered around with ant colonies in them. Also, let's ride this train to hot. We just converted my buddy's indoor pool into a giant fish tank, so there's that. A donkey who I would name Ronnie. I'd ride him through town wearing a tuxedo and a Viking helmet. Edit, Ronnie and I would both have a tux and Viking helmet. I recognize a gentleman of exquisite taste when I see one. I would have a large room filled with comfortable surfaces and integrated passive lighting and speakers optimized for good sound. The surfaces, both floors and walls, would react to the music via vibration, I guess, so that you kind of get moved around. The lighting creates an awesome atmosphere. I would listen to loud music lying on the floor in there and probably enter heaven. So, a psychedelic drug room? Longaberger Basket went out of business, so I want to buy the Longaberger Basket building. It sold for $1.2 million 2 years ago and is up for sale again at an undisclosed price. I want it. I don't know what I'd do with it, but I want it. You could put all your eggs in it. A massive glass greenhouse as a connected room in my house. Give it a Victorian gentleman explorer kind of vibe. Big exotic plants and trees everywhere, scattered birds and small fauna, and a small pond in the center. Also, a small cottage for my silent and dedicated gardener to live on site in. Bookshelf that spins around when you pull on a specific book, but instead of revealing a cool Batcave type of thing, it's just the laundry room. Can you imagine trying to pull the book while holding a laundry basket though? Rest in peace, my dude. Laugh out loud as if I would carry my own laundry. That's Alfred's job. Personal pneumatic system that's connected to the postal service. Are you me? This is the one for me. One of those giant royal paintings of myself to put over a fireplace, just me wearing a crown, wearing a cloak, on a throne, with my dog next to me. It's so insane and ridiculous, but I love it because of how funny it'd be. Oh my god, or me in the Burt Reynolds pose with the fur. Once again guys, this is Rob from Karma Comic Chameleon saying thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video with your friends. We'll see you in the next video.